Welcome back. Mira. I'm an executive coach for burnt out leaders and I help executives who are high achievers and high performers to save 10 hours a week and make real time for their health, for their family, and themselves without you feeling guilty about it and without you feeling like you're falling behind at work. This is Power Without Pressure, and we are going live here every week, and then I would talk about one of the most biggest challenge high performers are going through, and it is not talking about, or to create awareness and to create awareness around the topic that you're seeing that you are stuck in a cycle currently. Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning and thought, how am I already this tired? And the day hasn't even started. And it feels like you're running on empty before you even had your first coffee, your first tea. And then the whole day becomes about just pushing through. And here's what makes it even harder. You blame yourself. You tell yourself maybe you just need more discipline, maybe you just need more sleep, maybe you just need a better routine. And but no matter how much sleep, how much you sorry, I have to put it that how much you sleep, you still wake up tired. I hope you hear me better now. And you drag yourself through meetings, you drag yourself through endless tasks, you drag yourself through the mails, and you feel already behind before the day begins, and the guilt piles on. And because you're thinking, why can't I just handle this better? And this is exactly what high performers normalize. But waking up drained is normal. It's a sign your system is overloaded and your current way of operating is costing your energy before the day even starts. And the exhaustion at the start of the day isn't about laziness or even just lack of sleep. It's your nervous system stuck in overdrive, stuck in survival mode, stuck in rushing. And it's running stress cycles even while you are sleeping. And that's why I created my one-on-one program, the Realign Method. I help high performers break these three cycles in three steps, and these are the most common challenge. And when you are able, or when you have the tools for these challenges, you're able to create put the tools in action and create lifelong changes, and you create a new lifestyle where you are not operating the way you are currently operating. And the step one is we go from procrastination into progress. We use here tools like shift goals and action spiral to lower the pressure and actually get you moving, instead of you waking up thinking about the mountain of tasks that is in front of you, or already thinking about your meetings, your mails you have to answer. You will start with a clear and flexible micro steps that build momentum without draining you, or without you feeling like you're already tired and you can't even start the day, and you not even woke up normal. And in step two is we go from perfectionism to performance. This is where we stop the mental spiral. And I see it in all high performers and high achievers. This is where we stop the inner critic to keep you stuck in the same cycle. And through the real framework and the reset method, we are rewiring the inner critic that says you're behind or it's never good enough. And we will calm your nervous system so your body actually feels safe to rest and take aligned action. And aligned action, I mean, you are taking action that feels safe for you, that you are not forcing yourself into something. So we create safety in your nervous system that you feel like compelled to take the action, and it's normal for you to take the action. And this is the difference between lying awake with racing thoughts about work versus waking up refreshed and ready to start the day. And last but not least, in step three, we go from people pleasing, and this is the most common challenge I see in high performers. We go from people pleasing to prioritization, because if you're always saying yes to others, you will always be saying no to yourself. You will always say no to your peace. You always say no to your time, to your energy, to your capacity, if you always being the available person. And with the say no system and the empowered decision guide, you will learn to protect your time and energy without feeling guilty. And I have to also say, when you start to set boundaries, it will feel awkward. It will feel unfamiliar, and it will create this tense feeling inside of you when you are setting the first boundary, because you are not used to it, and it's okay. That's why we have to take those tiny steps toward choosing yourself, toward setting boundaries, toward communicating clearly without negotiating it. So you create this safety, what I talk about in step 2, in order to feel safe to set a boundary, in order to create safety inside your body, that it's normal for you. And with practice, it will create this normal feeling of, okay, this is where I'm choosing myself. This is where I always ask myself if I have the capacity to take on more tasks, if I have the capacity or energy to do it. So you always think about yourself first before you say yes. And you have to think about it like that. If you're always being available, people will know that you are available. And they're not doing it because they hate you or they don't like you. It's because you are giving them the opportunity to exploit you if you're not setting boundary. So that's why here comes the say no system and the empowered decision guide, and you will learn here to protect your time and energy without you feeling guilty about it. So your mornings stop feeling like a battle you already lost. And when my clients apply this method, their morning feels completely different. Instead of dragging themselves through the day, they wake up with energy, they wake up clear, and they wake up calm with a groundedness. Not because they hacked their bedtime, it is because they rewired the patterns that were draining them in the first place. So it comes really through the root cause, where you have to look how you're operating currently in order to create lifelong changes, or in order to create baby steps, so it's easy for you to create this sustainable growth. It's not about shortcut outcome. It's about creating a life that's easy for you and that's sustainable for you, and that you feel like, oh yeah, this is life, and not living in this endless cycle of feeling drained, exhausted, and you feel like you're not able to come out of it. And I can tell you, it's not you, it's just your habits and patterns you're currently operating. The way you're operating currently is keeping you stuck. And this is exactly why I offer free stress audit calls. On this call, we will uncover what's draining you, especially why you are waking up tired, and I will help you to map out a customized plan using the realign method, so you can finally feel energized and not exhausted or drained. And you will wake up clear, calm headed, and you will have the energy and motivation, or not motivation, you will feel energetic to start a day. And the longer you normalize waking up tired currently, the more your body pays the price. And don't wait until burnout forces you to stop. You can already create now the changes and stop you from feeling tired and drained. Don't wait until something bad or something big needs to happen until you realize it's not sustainable or it's not healthy the way you're currently operating. So comment me right now, ready or audit, and I will send you the link directly into your inbox, and we will create a call. It's free, it's a stress audit call. And on this call, we will create you a simple plan so you can take the action right away. And this call could be the first step for you to finally wake up feeling like yourself again. Thank you so much for watching. I will stay a bit here. If you have any questions, you can ask me right now. If not, we will see us in the next live tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching here. If there's no, you're welcome. If there's no question or if you want to chat with me, just DM me. We can talk about your situation. So, okay. So, as I said, it's 3 steps. And in these 3 steps, we are going to tackle or create awareness about the 3 most challenges what I see in high performers. And it's the first is what I see they procrastination. And here we create like tiny steps and we will create goals that suits you. And goals, or we will break your big goals in tiny steps so you feel safe to take it and not creating this heavy feeling where you are procrastinating on tasks. It's about creating baby steps so you are able to take on those steps. And in step 2, we go from perfectionism into performance. What I see is in high performers also they want to do everything perfect, and that's stopping them from taking action. So that's why we are here going into the root cause. And the root cause is how you are talking to yourself, how, and this is what I talked about in the beginning. It's about your inner critic. And the inner critic always says you're behind or it's never enough. And we are trying to not trying, we are rewiring these patterns and these self talks so you are able to take action with positive self talk and not creating already mental drama or worst case scenarios. It's about creating already positive scenarios in your brain so you are able to take on the action with safety and it's easy for you to take on the action. And last but not least, what I see is high performers always think they need to be available in order to be successful or in order to move faster forward. But you have to think like that. If you're always available, people will assume that you have time, you have endless time. But it's not that way. If you want to work smarter, you have to set boundaries. And boundaries are your best friends. Boundaries are bridges to move you faster forward. If you're not setting boundaries, you will always say yes to every task that will put in your way. And with that, you will have no time for the tasks that will actually move the needle. So that's why you have to set boundaries. And this is just a little intro of this strategy. And what I can also say, it's about creating steps that suits you. And that's why it's a one-on-one program and it's individualized for you, especially it's a personal plan for you, so you are creating changes that suits you and not everyone else. But these 3 challenges are the ones what I see in all high performers and high achievers. Perfect. Do you have any other questions? If not, then we will see us in the next live. Thank you so much for watching and thank you for your questions. Bye.